So, John, I got another video. Zero to it.
Another day here for the Philadelphia Eagles. Training camp session is in the books as they prepare for their first preseason game. Now, today was interesting because we got to see some of the injured guys get a little bit more work. I don't know if they're fully practicing today, but they are going through some extra activity. As you see here, DeVonta Smith is fully running, which is good news. Maybe just a few days away from opening up his practice schedule here in Philadelphia. And then we saw a little bit of Makai Lemon catching footballs on the jug machine, which was cool to see. We're going to go through the news, the notes, the highlights, and so much more. Here's Makai Lemon going through some catches. Before we dive in, make sure you guys smash the like button. Let's see if we can get over 350 likes on the video. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed. Big shouts to the reporters. Without them, these videos are impossible to make. And let's dive into more practice notes. All right, you guys know the drill. We're going to go through some individual drills before the start of 7-on-7s and 11s. Usually, they're not allowed to showcase any of that, so we're not going to be able to see what's happening in 7-on-7s or 11s, but we will get a list of notes of who's standing out. I mean, over the past week or so, Darius Cooper has been the guy that has stood out the most. They're liking what they're seeing from Tank Bigsby, so we'll continue to look at those two guys specifically. Eli Stowers, I want to see some more from him. And then, again, in terms of injury report, Darius Cooper, Makai Lemon, DeVonta Smith is still out. Jonathan Jones is out. And then that normal list of guys who have been out are still out today. No one's really back from practice, or back to practice. So we'll keep that in mind. And yeah, let's keep going. I'll show you guys really quickly so you guys can pause it here and look at the guys who are out of practice today or limited. Speaking of the two breakout players thus far at camp, Darius Cooper, Dontavion Wicks continuing to get first-team reps. Darius Cooper looks massive, by the way. So he is going to continue to get first-team reps while Makai Lemon and DeVonta Smith miss time. So is it possible Darius Cooper finds himself on the field this year a good amount? I think so.
You didn't tell me that.
We'll continue to look at him in today's practice, but
Makai
Lemon missing a lot of time early. I'm hearing people say that because of the amount of time he has already missed when it has come to mandatory minicamp, missing every practice there, and then now training camp missing 6-7 practices already, it feels like Darius Cooper could open up as a starter this year. We got Saquon Barkley going through some drills here. What's interesting about Saquon Barkley is people are saying they are expecting a lesser workload to keep him more healthy, more established throughout the year, and hopefully into a playoff run, being just more ready to go. So if that is the case, it does seem like Tank Bigsby is the next man up in that room. You obviously still have to talk about Will Shipley, who hasn't really stood out too much so far this camp. And again, it's really Tank Bigsby's time to shine if he is going to get some reps behind Saquon. Another quarterback drill here. We're going to get into 7-on-7s and 11s in just a second. Before we really dive into that, like I said before, let's see if we can get over 300 likes on the video, but also make sure you guys are subscribed. It is free, doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Eagles throughout all of training camp, preseason, regular season, and everything in between. Hopefully they can go on a big playoff run this year as well. So, guys, join the family if you have yet to do so.
I think Bigsby really going to be
yeah, let's get into dude, I'm excited because
run back too.
I like to see guys step up and emerge as players that if there weren't injuries, they wouldn't be able to do so. And I feel like Darius Cooper right now is getting a lot of burn, and I hope he can earn himself a nice role this year.
I think Cooper going to be good.
So in 1-on-1s before 7s and 11s, Quinyon Mitchell had an interception, poised to be a potential depoy candidate. I do believe that this defense is so good this year, and the defensive line is insane. It's going to force a lot of bad passes, a lot of bad decisions from quarterbacks, and it's going to really help out Quinyon Mitchell.
The only thing we do have to do is probably just watch the quarterbacks like running.
Cooper DeJean, Makuba,
but we have quarterback contain, good pressure up top, like with the D-line, and then just good defensive coverage with the DBs and the safeties. We should be good, bro.
Guys here,
get a lot of picks,
get and force more PBUs, but also maybe even some more interceptions as well. All right, going into 11-on-11s here, Jalen Carter meets Saquon Barkley in the backfield. Dude, Jalen Carter having a brilliant type of offseason thus far. They gave him a big extension. It looks like he deserves it so far. You see some Tank Bigsby here on the bottom. I think he's in for a pretty big year as well. We talked slightly about him a little bit earlier, but really good start here for some of these players that need breakout years. Byron Young, another guy that, man, they believe could be a big-time player on the interior behind Jordan Davis and behind Jalen Carter and behind some of these other guys. Byron Young could be that guy. He had a sack on Andy Dalton. Feel good about the D-tackle depth again. Yeah, Caden Steele. Big reporter here in Philadelphia. Very confident in these guys in the interior. All right, guys, we are literally in the field. Leg looks like before. Back on the sideline with the trainer stretching his right. Be nothing. Quick into the video. Maybe slightly concerning news, but also could be nothing. Quinyon Mitchell is back on the sideline with the trainer stretching his right leg. Looks like before. Mac McWilliams is in for Quinyon Mitchell with the first team defense in the first team drill. Quinyon stayed down for a bit after stumbling in a one-on-one rep versus Hollywood Brown. He's now kneeling with his helmet off on the sideline next to the trainer. So it seems like he's back on the sideline now and could be okay. All right, so it looks like you got Darius Cooper, Tank Bigsby, Elijah Moore, Covey, Brendan Hayes also getting some kick return reps with Mekhi Lemon and Damian Pierce just not practicing today, but those are guys that would get some reps as well. Again, interesting thus far at kick returner. Still probably a lot of guys trying to fight for that role. I feel like Elijah Moore will probably end up winning it. And then Covey as well. I think those two will probably be your guys.
So I guess it's saying that with the new coach, it's a whole new system rather than just a different coach with the same players.
Tank, man. He's just a hard worker. So I think one thing we need to keep focusing on is Eli Stowers in his run protection. He needs to become a better run blocker, and that's one thing they're working on a ton so far at training camp, and I don't expect that to stop anytime soon. They need to develop it. A couple of tweets from Elliott Shore Parks. Darius Cooper has AJ Brown level strong hands. That's incredible. See, like, Byron Young and Arnold Ebiketie get a sack in the end zone or get to Andy Dalton for a sack in the end zone. Both have had good camps thus far. And then Tanner McKee with one of the nicest throws of camp, 20-ish yards in stride on the sideline over two defenders. I don't know who the wide receiver was, but Tanner McKee and Andy Dalton continue to battle for QB2.
Are the Patriots?
Yesterday's practice, I said Elijah Moore might not be on this team, but as a kick returner, punt returner, now continuously making plays in 7 and 11s right here. Jalen Hurts just launched a deep touchdown pass to Elijah Moore in coverage with Andre Sam. Moore punted the ball onto the facility roof. But man, Elijah Moore is continuing to make plays here for the Philadelphia Eagles and definitely making their decision a little bit tougher. But at this point, he's playing well. Again, got to take down the preseason games, though. A few updates here. Quinyon Mitchell is still on the sidelines, has not re-entered back into the practice, and Mac McWilliams is still in for him. Looks like he could be the next guy up at boundary. And then Caden Steele tweets out, it's hard to tell what the run game will look like at practice, but Saquon Barkley has been very impressive this summer. Still has that same burst that has made him a special player. So it's really just up to the coaching staff how much they want to utilize Saquon Barkley this season. Is it going to be more of a split to keep him healthy and keep him well maintained, or are they going to utilize him because he is still a very special player? That's to be seen, yet to be seen. A few more updates before we end this video for today. And again, go check out the reporters if you have yet to do so. But Hurts with another bullet pass to Dontavion Wicks down the sideline. Looks like Elijah Moore and Wicks were the big winners of today's practice, at least from what I have seen thus far. Let me know what you guys think, though. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family.
Oh, they said
turn on post notifications. That way you guys are updated every single time we post an Eagles video.
But yeah, we just gonna watch the games. We ain't gonna watch the other teams practices and shit. They got the preseason should be soon. I think it'll be a game on Thursday. Yeah, I think it's Thursday. Today's Tuesday today. I just heard them. I think for today, several other players will get back healthy. You know, Mitchell, Lemon, Smitty, all the players on the team that are injured, get back healthy. Hope they have a great season. Allow other teams to have healthy players too, and just make a good playoffs. Allow our team to get Super Bowl. prove our doubters wrong, and just help everybody, up and coming, no matter what they're doing, be able to chase their dreams, know that, you have nothing but the best for them, plan for them, and just help all their families struggling to know that you got them, and you'll always be there for them as well. So it's always bring glory to anything we do, and never lose sight of you. You want the best for us. But just show us how glad we are our family. Show me that we love you. Later, man. Show y'all more videos tomorrow.